Hello and welcome to That Football Show here on YouTube, the YouTube channel for all things football. I'm Stanley, and today I'm going to be previewing the Carabao Cup ties on Tuesday the 29th of October and Wednesday the 30th of October. Normally I do match previews, and I was going to plan on doing some match previews, but I've decided to follow suit with the Premier League because the videos seem to be taking good reviews and seem to be quite popular with you guys, and I'm going to review all... preview all the Carabao Cup ties on the 29th and the 30th of October. Some big ties in this cup competition. So first of all, we've got Burton Albion versus Leicester. A little bit of a mini derby in the Midlands there. Obviously, Burton Albion down in League One and Leicester City in the Premier League. Big gulf in class there. I think Leicester City are going to win this one 3-1. On to Crawley versus Colchester, two lower league clubs. It's going to be interesting because obviously Colchester not top notch last round, and Crawley are doing okay in the league. I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens in this one. But I think with Colchester coming off the back of the win against Spurs in the last round, albeit on penalties, and they seem stronger out for me, so I'm going to go 2-1 to Colchester United. Everton versus Watford, the Z-Cars derby as it's been coined. I think both teams aren't performing to standards in the league. Watford obviously in the relegation zone, bottom of the table, struggling in the Premier League, whereas Everton, well, the mid-bottom of the table in the Premier League, not up to standard really. They're struggling. It all depends in this game which lineups they take, the teams put out, whether they take it seriously or not. I think Marco Silva needs to take this one seriously for Everton, because quite frankly the league form's not good enough, and the way, from what I hear from Evertonians and from across down at Goodison Park, is he needs to either buck up his ideas in the league or do well in the cup competition. So he needs to take it seriously. Check that Everton never won in their entire existence. I think this game's going to be a 1-1 draw, but I don't think Everton are going to make it through on penalties. I think it'll be Watford who win it on penalties. Just to let you know that the cup ties used to have extra time. If they were drawing, used to get extra time, then potentially penalties, but last season they scrapped that and brought in straight to penalties. So obviously this game will be a 1-1 draw and Watford win on penalties. Manchester City versus Southampton. Doesn't matter what team Manchester City put out, whether it's the A team, the B team or the C team as it were. All their players are quality, from the senior side through to the youth players. They've got that many players that you can pick from. Southampton have got a good squad of players, but they're not doing amazing in the league at the moment, and I think they should focus more on the league and their survival than the cup competitions, and I think they will. I think maybe come January, if they're looking okay in the league, they'll focus more on the FA Cup. So I'm going to go for, well, regardless what team City put out, I think they'll win, and I'm going to go for 3-0 Manchester City win. Oxford versus Sunderland. Oxford, obviously, young Ben Woodburn, Gladman Cheshire, plays for Oxford on loan from Liverpool, and Cameron Brannigan, another name, ex-Liverpool player, plays for Oxford as well. Sunderland, in recent weeks, I've appointed Phil Parkinson as their new manager after getting rid of Jack Ross, and after they stuttered and dropped out of the playoff places and were struggling mid-table in League One. They've obviously gone up a few places now and just sit outside the playoff places as this is being filmed. I think Sunderland will look to go through to the next round of the Cup and try and see how far they can get. Obviously making the final in 2014, losing to Manchester City 3-1 in the final. I think Sunderland will take this one 2-1. On to Wednesday's fixtures. Aston Villa and Wolves, another Midlands derby. Two teams that are doing well. Villa got some good results in the league this season, and then obviously like I said, they're hit and miss, I think. But when the cup competition, they beat Brighton last round, funny enough, the same team that they beat in the Premier League a couple of weeks ago. So I think they'll look to see how far they can get this competition. They've won it quite a few times. I think off the top of my head, I think they've won it 5 times themselves. So they'll be looking to add a 6th crown. Their Wolves obviously looking to go as far as they can in cup competitions, and they won't want to lose a derby. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one, and Villa to win on penalties, because Villa have got a good history on penalty shootouts, and you saw that in the Championship playoffs last season when they beat rivals West Brom. Chelsea versus Man United. Yeah, one of 2 big ties this round. Chelsea versus Manchester United. Big game on the Wednesday night. Both their game and Liverpool's game against Arsenal are on Sky Sports. I think it's going to be another classic cup tie between these two. Played each other in the FA Cup in previous seasons, a couple of seasons ago, and there's been some stunning cup ties. I think they played each other in the FA Cup last year as well, if memory serves me correctly. It's going to be an exciting tie, and I think this one's going to be a draw, because although Chelsea are doing okay in the league and United are stuttering in the league, and United struggled to get past Rochdale in the last round and need penalties to do that, both teams will probably field weakened sides. Chelsea, obviously, with the chance of playing most of the youngsters anyway in the league, but I still think the youngsters are good enough for all of them. I think both teams will play weakened sides, and I think they'll end up cancelling each other out. They'll both get a goal. These fixtures are destined to have goals. I won't put the knockers on it now, but I think it'll go all the way to penalties, and I think Chelsea players will have the edge when it comes to the penalty shootout, because they've been on a few this season already. And to the final game, Liverpool versus Arsenal in the Carabao Cup at Anfield, a 7:30 kicker. It's going to be it's another game, another tie that's going to be interesting. When I first saw this tie, I thought of the semi-finals a few years ago, back in 2006-2007 season, when Liverpool played Arsenal. If I remember rightly, Arsenal won 6-3. 6-3 at Anfield. Now this is a completely different Arsenal team. Julio Baptista had a wonderful game that game from an Arsenal perspective as a Liverpool fan myself. Did not enjoy it so much, let's put it that way. But it was a stunning game of football. These two teams always create good games. Liverpool to beat Arsenal 3-1 in the league this season. But obviously both teams will make changes for this one. It'll be weakened lineup as such, or should I say youthful lineups. I wouldn't really say weak, because both teams have got some good youngsters in there. I think I'd expect to see the likes of Harvey Elliott play for Liverpool, James Milner play, to add the experience into the lineup. Maybe Adrian in goal. Is obviously Alisson Becker's come back, so they might opt to him to get him some more match fitness, but I'm not sure. Maybe Adrian, because he did so well in the league, to keep his match form up. You could see maybe a few of the youngsters listed now, like Kiana Hueva, and I don't think we'll see Pedro Quevedo, not because of the whole Liverpool flying thing last round, year ineligible player. We might see him on the bench, but I'm not sure if he'll feature this round. I think they will play some of the stronger, a little bit more of a stronger lineup, but I think we will see the likes of Brewster again as well. But being a few more senior players, starters playing in this game. I think we'll see the likes of Wijnaldum play as well. Naby Keita, if he's back from injury, will probably get some game time to get some more minutes. Gomez will probably sit at centre back as well. It's going to be interesting. With Arsenal, obviously, you'll see the likes of Saka, I think his name is, remember right, Ian, yeah. If Nketiah wasn't on loan at Leeds, I think he would have played in this game for Arsenal as well. Obviously, you see the likes of what's his name, come back from injury, Holding back, sorry, memory went blank there. And Callum Chambers will probably feature for Arsenal as well. I expect them to keep quite strong up front as well. How about Aubameyang and Lacazette? They want to try and catch Liverpool on the counter attack. They want to try and cause an upset in this game. But I think Liverpool will still have too much for Arsenal side, and I think Liverpool will win this tie 2-1. So that's been my previews of the Carabao Cup ties for Tuesday the 29th of October and Wednesday the 30th of October. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you all very soon.